Greetings, Guardians of the Dominion. And this is Olympus Alliance. Today we're diving into something truly special, because a new force has arrived, and she's turning the battlefield upside down. Somna is here, and while she won't top your damage charts or flood your team with healing, she brings something far more dangerous: total battlefield control. If you underestimate her, she'll quite literally turn your heaviest hitters into harmless sheep. So Guardians, if you want to use Somna effectively and prioritize her build the right way, this is your guide. Let's get into it. First, a quick reminder: in our previous content, we covered her skill set and base stats in detail. So today, we're fully focused on how to build her, what to upgrade first, why it matters, and how to make her the disruptive force she was designed to be. Let's start with skins. Currently, Somna has two: her default skin, which boosts agility, and a second one focused on physical attack, which will be unlocked through the next season pass. For now, the default skin is all you have, so max it. It boosts her main stat, agility, which directly impacts her survivability and speed. But the moment that physical attack skin becomes available, it becomes your absolute top priority. Why? Because every single one of Somna's skills scale from physical attack. This stat is the engine that fuels her control-based kit. You're not building her to deal damage, you're building her to dominate the pace of combat. The stronger her physical attack, the harder it is for enemies to recover from the crowd control and disruption she brings. So once that skin is available, grab it, max it, and let the chaos begin. After physical attack, in the future when new skins be available for her, focus on her survivability. She enters the game with a solid base health pool, but that won't be enough in mid to late game battles. You'll need to focus on boosting her health, armor, magic defense and toughness. Why toughness? Because it's a defense mechanism that kicks in when a hero drops below 50% health, reducing incoming damage and keeping them on their feet when it matters most. And for a control hero like Somna, staying alive is everything. The longer she survives, the more disruption she causes. So if future skins offer boosts to armor or health, don't hesitate. Add them to your arsenal. She may not be a tank, but she's a linchpin. If she falls early, your entire control strategy collapses. Protect her to let her do what she does best: disrupt, manipulate, and punish the enemy team for every move they make. Now let's move on to glyphs. These are where you start shaping her into the disruptive specialist your team needs. Top priority: physical attack. That's the base of her power. It amplifies every ability, every crowd control, every zone of suppression. Next comes agility, because it's her main stat and boosts her and speed, both essential for keeping her alive and active on the battlefield. After that, focus on health and armor to increase survivability. These stats make her harder to take down when opponents try to burst through your backline. And finally, toughness. This stat rounds out her survivability toolkit and makes sure that when she's at 50% health or less, she becomes even harder to finish off. Next up is the gift of the elements. It's simple here: max it. Agility, of course, since it's her primary stat, strength and intelligence. These indirectly impact her effectiveness through additional secondary boosts, and you'll need every advantage to keep her viable through mid and late game. Artifacts. Now we're talking synergy. Start with her Ring of Agility. This item boosts her main stat, and gives her that 3990 agility stat boost, absolutely essential. It improves her speed, and overall survivability. That's your first priority. Second, focus on her weapon artifact, Sir Dumpling. This one's a hidden gem. It doesn't just boost her, it triggers crushing, an offensive team-wide buff that activates when a hero drops below 50% health. That's synergy at its finest. While Somna is creating chaos, this artifact is powering up your entire squad. And with 17,796 crushing to share, your frontline will feel it, and so will your enemies. Last but not least, increase her book, Grimoire of Fortitude. This book grants over 53,000 bonus health, and a strong toughness bonus. That means Somna becomes even harder to kill when she's under pressure. You've already noticed the theme, right? It's all about keeping her alive, because the longer she lives, the more chaos she causes, and the harder it becomes for your enemies to respond. So now, we've covered glyphs, skins, artifacts, and gift of the elements, but what does it all come down to? Somna is not your typical hero. She doesn't deal burst damage. She doesn't heal. She doesn't tank. But what she does do is create disruption, non-stop, unrelenting, precision-targeted disruption. She breaks enemy rhythm. She increases physical attack on team and decreases physical on enemies, slows, and transforms your enemies into helpless target sheets. And she does it with style. If you build her correctly, you'll unlock a level of control that will define the battlefield. She is the storm that clears the path for your damage dealers. She's the pause in the enemy's offense, and the doom that follows it. So don't underestimate her. She may not top the kill chart, but she's the reason your team survives long enough to win the fight. She is the new standard of battlefield control, and you, yes, you, are about to unleash her full potential. We're not done yet, Guardians. In our next videos, we'll see how to counter her, and we'll break down the best teams to pair with Somna and how to bring out her true potential in every mode of play. Don't fall asleep, because if you do, you just might find yourself turned into a sheep. Stay tuned, stay sharp, and as always, salute and friendship.